Right, let's get more on the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. We cross live to our reporter Canny Maphanga, who's at the Brigitte Mabandla Justice College in Pretoria. A very good afternoon to you, Canny. I mean, a lot coming out of crime police investigator Witness A, talking about the bigger impact on this case, weighing quite heavily not only on just work, but his personal life. Talk to us about some of the highlights of the testimony.
Indeed. Good afternoon to you, Paul, and to the viewers at home. Well, we've heard where we left off yesterday, the various steps that these investigators of organized crime took to solve this murder of Armand Swart, that vereniging engineer that died in a hail of bullets in April of 2024. Then, of course, where we left off yesterday is that they made those alleged links to this alleged cartel member and business person, that is Katiso Molefe. Now, the evidence that came into prominence today or significance is how they then got or nabbed the arrest of Katiso Molefe. At this time, these detectives of the organized crime unit had now moved to crime intelligence, and they were now under 24-hour protection when they underwent these various investigations in order to nab two individuals. At the time, it was Katiso Molefe and his nephew, who we understand is still at large. Now, when it comes to the 6th of December 2024 operations, he goes into that in detail, not only to highlight what was found in the home of Katiso Molefe, but also to illustrate the kind of alleged interference from high-ranking SABC officials that took place following that arrest of that kind of individual, and the kind of warnings that came through from various colleagues and other individuals who called to tell Witness A the kind of terrain that he was now in, because he had arrested a person that was allegedly the general's people, or allegedly someone who is connected in a larger, hierarchy of powerful people in this particular country. So if we look back at the 6th of December 2024 operation, they head over to Katiso Molefe's residence and announce themselves as the police. They find that he's there at the home. He lets them in. Witness A acknowledges that he actually cooperated throughout the entire operation that took place at his home, and that he gave consent for the search of his 7 vehicles, as well as a subsequent search of his house, which Witness A tells the testimony, or rather the Madlanga Commission, was a massive house, and they had to go through quite an extensive search before they completed their operation. Now, what is key from that search is that when they went into the house of Katiso Molefe, they state that in an office they found a series of documents, and some of those documents speak to companies that were doing business with Q-Tech for the purposes of being quote-unquote buyers for Transnet. Now, this all links back to that particular contract that it is believed that Armand Swart was killed for, regarding the inflation, or the alleged inflation of prices in that irregular contract that was flagged by the employer of Armand Swart. He then goes on to describe the dramatic events of what took place, because it was not only this intelligence units together with the PKTT that had descended on this property, but we're now hearing that the Hawks allegedly descended on the property, allegedly from the instruction of a national Hawks head. He states in his testimony that when he questioned why the Hawks was there, why they were demanding questions and answers regarding why they were there at Katiso Molefe's residence, where they were taking him, why they were arresting him, he alleges, Witness A rather, that the Captain Kruger that he spoke to on the ground attributed the instruction to the national Hawks head. Now, we only know of one national Hawks head that would have been in that position at the time. However, Witness A says that it wasn't named, or the particular Hawks head wasn't named, but it was understood to be a certain Hawks head that would have allegedly instructed that team to descend on that property. He doesn't limit it only to the Hawks. He goes on to elaborate that Lieutenant General Shajik Sabia had questions about the arrest of Katiso Molefe. We're seeing that through the testimony, there was a large interest in the arrest of Molefe, where he was being detained, what he was being charged with, what the status of the investigation against him was with respect to the murder of Aman Swart. We're hearing evidence that several SABC officials were upset by the way in which this case was handled, but the message that is being illustrated is that this person is so powerful and influential and enjoyed this wide range or network of connections to the extent that where they were doing their operations in terms of the arrest or the takedown, as he puts it, on the 6th of December 2024, there were a lot of various individuals, including high-ranking senior SABC officials, the same names coming up of Lieutenant General Shajik Sibia, Major General Richard Shiburu coming up again, who had an interest in this particular arrest and why it was taking place. We expect that when he continues with his evidence, or at least wraps it up today, Witness B will be able to give us more insights regarding the investigation into Aman Swart and the kind of revelations that it made regarding the wide network that exists between this criminal justice system and this alleged criminal cartel. We expect the hearing to continue at 1:45 when the commission returns back here at the Brigitte Mabandla Justice College. Over to you in studio.
Very well. Thank you very much. Connecting the dots, SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga giving us updates on what has come out of the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry, partially in-camera hearings as Witness A gives details on the murder of Aman Swart. We do continue to bring you more news in a short while. Don't go away. Stay with us.